Okay. You don't have to choose between evolution and religion. There are many people who believe that God created life, but did so in a way that would allow animals to evolve and adapt. Your understanding evolution is very flawed. Thank you. That's what I was saying earlier. Evolution does not mean that the world slowly became devoid of all crime. I honestly don't know what kind of logic you used to reach that conclusion. Thank you very much. Evolution just states that state creatures adapt and change and evolve over time. Exactly. Thank you. See, I have some logical people that comment, and give good shit. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, let's keep going. There is insurmountable proof that this occurs, so that the notion that it's just made up belief backed by no facts is absurd. I completely agree. There are millions of organisms that we are able to study and determine that have common ancestors. There are fossils of all sorts and creatures that are clearly the predecessors to create creatures that we have today. So we have huge fossil records, and we link back to thousands and millions of years. we just made those up. Some voodoo magic. uh, no, thank you, sir. Though. Okay. You can see in everyday life. I agree. Many animals that we keep as pets today were once wild and fertile. I agree. But over the years, people have bred them. The most docile ones to evolve eventually create new species that were considered domesticated. This is an example of human influenced evolution through not. This is not natural selection. This is what's the term? Artificial selection or something like that. I don't know. It's really late. Uh, but the same thing occurs in nature. I agree. Not the same way though. We pick things for our benefit. As we did with domesticating animals or with domesticating crops. Um, but in evolution in nature, like things evolve for their own sake, not for others' sake. But the same changes type happen in a way. See, the problem is using the example, which is I see what you're trying to do, and the only issue is it confuses people, and people be like, well, that's not nature, that's us. We did that. That's where this example can kind of it doesn't work sometimes. But here we go. Uh, sorry, I lost my spot. Instead of a human deciding who lives and dies, it's determined by natural facts, factors such as climate, predators, food availability, environment, etc. That's what I'm just saying. Maybe I should read it first and then reply. Maybe I should do that. Genetic mutations frequently occur at the most adaptable creatures survive to pass on these traits to the next generation. If animals weren't able to adapt, they would simply go extinct. You see, I'm really curious to know what people reply to this comment. This is going to be interesting to learn. And I keep going. There is so much legitimate proof of evolution that it's shocking to see people who still don't accept it. I can see people not believing that the origin of the universe was a Big Bang. Yes, that's understandable, but as far as the concept of evolution goes, not only is it just obvious, there's an endless amount of proof. Exactly. See, I'm with you. I don't understand why. How people have reject. Well, yeah. Well, it's rejection. That's how they do it. They just reject. They reject the facts. They reject the science. Same way they reject the stuff they reject to believe the religion. But let's keep going. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure you don't want to believe it just because you think it to conflict your faith, but the two can coexist. After all, intelligent creator would create organs that evolve and adapt to environment. Sure, to some level, um, you could believe that God created, that some God created the Big Bang, and then whatever, and then we get to evolution. I'm gonna disregard that aspect, but the issue here lies in the fact that these people replying here are like young Earth creationists. I would suspect, and I would bet much money that these people believe that the Earth is, 6,000, 7,000 years or less. It's not over 10,000 years is what these people believe. They don't believe the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. So they'd have to accept that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old and not 7,000 years old. Which I guess in some way contradicts their beliefs, or actually, not even beliefs, faith. Which I don't even want to go into faith and why faith is, terrible thing. Why the hell would you ever want to have faith? Faith is believing in something you don't have proof of. Faith is not a virtue. Either way, good comment. Thanks. And bye. Do the whole rate, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do here. And have a good day.